Aloha and welcome to Tangimal Studio 808. I'm Psychic Larry and this is the block video for the first half of March 2025. Well, it's March and it is still a little cold outside. We had a few nice days, but apparently the cold is still going to hang around for a little bit. So we can stay inside and play some more games. This video is sponsored in part by Pickpocket Games. Their game Thieves Market is currently live on Kickstarter. Thieves Market is for 3 to 5 players and will play in about 30 to 60 minutes. Thieves Market is an I cut, you steal game. Each round, roll the custom engraved dice and take as much loot as you want from the middle, or steal another player's pile of loot and return one item to the middle. Use your acquired gems and gold to hire more thieves and purchase magical items to manipulate future die rolls and build your own unique engine. Pull off legendary solo heists and steal powerful relics to become the most infamous criminal mind of all times. Coming to Kickstarter on March 4th is Companion Quest by Ghostfire Gaming and designed by Mark McIntyre. This game is for 1 to 4 players and will play in about 20 to 30 minutes. Companion Quest is a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players who take on the role of gnomes, tasked with preventing Gugu from causing chaos. Players will collect magical energy cubes, tasty snacks, and fantastical companions along the way. Complete quests before the mischief meter reaches the end of the track and things spiral out of control. Also coming to Kickstarter on March 4th is Manhattan Project Energy Empire by Frostbite Games and designed by Tom Jolly and Luke Laurie. This game is for 1 to 5 players and will play in about 60 to 120 minutes. This game is a new edition of the Manhattan Project Energy Empire that was released in 2016. And includes all the gameplay of the original edition as well as the Cold War expansion and the new UN Envoys expansion. Energy Empire uses worker placement, tableau building, and resource management mechanics where each player takes control of a nation struggling for power in the latter part of the 20th century. Coming to GameFound on March 4th is Nebula Drifters, The Lost Voyage by Last Line Studio. This game is for 1 to 5 players and will play in about 60 to 120 minutes. Nebula Drifters is a cooperative board game set on a vast, uncharted alien planet. Each game session unfolds through a quest that challenges players to explore mysterious landscapes, discover ancient technologies, and adapt to the ever-changing environment. Coming to Kickstarter on March 5th is Marrakesh, Gems and Experts by Queen Games and designed by Stefan Feld. This game is for 2 to 4 players and will play in about 120 minutes. This game is an expansion to the original game Marrakesh by Queen Games in their new Stefan Feld City Collection line. Gems and Experts has a total of 6 modules that invite you to try out new strategies and tactics. Marrakesh is a large Euro game and is probably my favorite of the Stefan Feld City Collection. If you are interested in Marrakesh like I am, you may want to check out their new expansion, Gems and Experts. Coming to GameFound on March 5th is Harbenus Papam by Salt and Pepper Games and designed by Francisco Gradele. This game is for 3 to 6 players and will play in about 45 to 60 minutes. In this game, players take on the roles of cardinal factions, each with the mission to influence the election of the next pope by supporting a candidate whose traits align with your faction's public profile. Forge alliances, eliminate threats, and outmaneuver rivals to secure your faction's dominance. Coming to Kickstarter on March 11th is The Great Harbor by Arcona Games and designed by Matteo De Nardis. This game is for 2 to 4 players and will play in about 45 to 120 minutes. In The Great Harbor, you play as a powerful Roman governor of a Mediterranean colony. The game is played over multiple rounds where players will draft dice from a common dice pool and will use those dice as workers to place them on the tiles of the Great Harbor to play the corresponding actions. The game ends after 6 rounds after which victory points from the constructed ships, buildings, Senate influence, and objectives are then calculated. Coming to Kickstarter on March 12th is Formaggio by Road to Infamy Games and designed by Ben Rossett. This game is for 1 to 4 players and will play in about 30 to 45 minutes. Formaggio is a standalone expansion for Fromage. It is a simultaneous worker placement game where players place workers to make cheese and gather resources from the quadrant of the board facing them. You can play Formaggio by itself or play it with Fromage and combine any 4 board quadrants and draft any combination of structure tiles for more variety. And finally, coming to Backer Kit on March 13th is Widget's Workshop by Phase Shift Games and designed by Alex Cutler. This game is for 2 to 5 players and will play in 15 to 30 minutes. Widget's Workshop features an innovative blend of card crafting and set collection within a real-world spatial game environment. You start by dropping 80 custom-shaped part cards onto the table, creating a giant messy pile of parts in the center. Players take turns pulling parts from the pile using one finger only, attempting to find the best parts for the robots and golems under construction. Thanks again to our sponsor Pickpocket Games. Their game Thieves Market is currently live on Kickstarter, so go check them out. So those are some of the games coming to crowdfunding this first half of March 2025. Let me know in the comments which games you're excited about, and if I've missed any of your favorites, let me know. And until next time, aloha!